Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the formal program for today. And as we wrap, I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank again our sponsors who have helped make this day possible. So, big thank you to Discovery Garden and Panasonic Canada for sponsoring today's keynote address. And thank you to OCLC, who will be sponsoring tomorrow's Dave Binkley Memorial Lecture, as well as the nutrition break just before it. Thank you to the Canadian Association of Research Libraries, to EBSCO, and to MacEwan University for sponsoring the fantastic snacks, maybe a little bit too good, provided during our nutrition breaks. And thank you again to University of Alberta's School of Library and Information Studies and to OLITA for sponsoring today's live streaming. And just some stats from earlier today. At one point, we're up to 200 unique views, peak of 63 simultaneous viewers, 73% from Canada, 20% from the US, 3% from UK, but also viewers from India, Austria, Germany, and Bahrain. So I think that kind of gives a sense of the possibilities of streaming these types of events and the people that it can reach who couldn't be here. So just a few housekeeping reminders. So you have until tomorrow at noon to sign up for the dine-arounds. We encourage you to enter our Instagram contest. So just use the Access YEG hashtag on your Instagram posts for that. I'll make another plug for submitting Hackfest project ideas through the website. And for anyone who is presenting tomorrow and hasn't submitted the URL for your slides, just a reminder to, we do need that, so ahead of time. So send them either to Peggy Sue or to the Access Conference email. So now, as the next kind of phase of today's activities, we're shifting to the reception, and which we're holding at the Common, which is close by. And there's a couple of other things we have lined up, so I'll just kind of lay it out for you so you can see how the pieces fit together. So the reception starts at 5 and runs until 7, but we have the venue booked all night. So whatever else you do decide to do, if you leave and come back, that's totally fine. So you'll find a drink ticket in your name tag, and we're providing appetizers at the reception. If you'd like to stay for dinner, the Common has a wide range of options on their menu, and you can also order from the menu of the Fish and Chip restaurant, which is next door, if you've got a hankering for that. So then we have also booked a streetcar, and it's going to make 3 return trips to White Avenue across the river and back, leaving from the Common, essentially. So the first trip departs at 6:05, and then there's another one at 6:40 and at 7:20. And the schedule for departures both here and on the south side, it's on the website again, so if you're trying to put your evening together, that's the place to go check. The main attraction, if I can recommend the streetcar to you, is that it travels along the top of the high-level bridge. And so you'll get an unparalleled 360-degree view of the river valley, which still has some nice color on the trees and so on. When you get to White Avenue, you can either hop off and explore the historical Strathcona neighborhood. There's restaurants and pubs in the area, or of course stay on board and come back. So leaving the Common, the streetcar stop is just a short walk from the Common, so just allow yourself a few minutes to get there. And those of us who are local are going to be on hand to just help people find where it is. It's just a little bit farther down the street and then down some stairs and so on. If you do come, be sure to bundle up, because as I'm sure you've noticed, it's just chill in the air and the streetcar is unheated. So that's the streetcar. So from 7 until 9:30, so kind of following the formal reception, we will be holding a trivia night in one half of the space at the Common. So there's seats for about 40 people for that. and I know it's going to be a great time. We have some practiced veterans of trivia nights from library folks who have come up with the questions, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, and you didn't say yes on the registration form to trivia, there are still some seats available, but it's first come, first served. So you'll have to be quick, I guess. And just a note that if you want to do both the streetcar and the trivia, you'll need to get on the first streetcar trip at 6:05 because the second trip won't get back until after trivia starts. So now it's a jigsaw puzzle. Finally, just how to get to the Common. So the address is 9910 109 Street. So that's basically 2 blocks west from here and half a block south. So if you leave the lobby downstairs and you look across the street and you see the Blue Cross building, that's your first signpost. So cross the street and then walk along 100th Avenue in the direction of the Blue Cross building. When you get to 109th Street, cross the street and then turn left. So you're crossing 100th Avenue and walk past the gas station on your right, and then you're there. So quick walk. I think that's everything. So hopefully we'll see most of you later this evening, and otherwise tomorrow morning when everything gets started again at 9 o'clock. Thank you.